honestly, we want to all be baseline happy, but then what?
Hello everyone, welcome to the Chatty Owl, and today we're discussing Sima Aunty and why she is absolutely wrong about this one thing when it comes to finding matches on the show. First things first, who is Sima Aunty? If you've clicked, you probably already know, but Sima Aunty is the matchmaker of the Netflix show Indian Matchmaking. She keeps a database of clients across India, the US, the UK who are looking to marry. And she matches people in a quasi-arranged meets love setup based on their criteria, and they date with a view to marry. Now, what's with the title of this video? Well, if you've seen the show, you'll know that Sima Aunty's absolute MO is to remind her clients that they can expect 60 to 70% of what they want in a partner, and if they get that, that's a good match. And she says this a lot.
You can dilute your criterias and your preferences by 60-70%.
Okay.
That will be fine. You only get 60 or 70%, but still we proceed. 60-70%, yes. You see, then it's fine.
So I personally think that is realistic. Some clients know how to set an impossibly high barrier to entry, and she gets a lot of flack from them for saying 70%. But it's a tough job. But the problem is Sima Aunty's refusal to identify which 70% may actually tip the scales, and not quite tuning into the attraction-based factors that are patently important to them. Here's Priya. Priya had a sizable checklist, rather like everyone else on this show and maybe in life. But here's one of her key metrics. And here's how you know it's key.
I feel like I don't have enough hair on my head, so I feel like I want my partner to have enough hair. It's really weird. Enough hair on their head. Top knot is like, I'm all over it. You know, I think this is a personal thing, but I like hair.
And yet, when it came time to set Priya up, Sima Aunty takes her time, goes through her entire database, and comes up with one match. And this is how that went down.
Only thing, he hasn't got a lot of hair.
Do you have any other biodaters?
Despite finding numerous qualities she liked in this man, Priya could not get over the hair thing and refused the prospect. So Sima Aunty, yes, it is a superficial reason to turn someone down, and that was a great profile. But the thing is, some superficial things happen to run quite deep, and most people don't actually have the self-awareness to know that. This is particularly true when someone is showing a fixation for a single factor. You'll catch the flexible ones fairly quick, but if someone's repeatedly going, he can't be under a certain height, I will not date her if she doesn't have a butt, I won't date her if she has a big butt, no receding hairlines, thank you. If it's something quite particular like that, it usually only ends one way, and it's easier just to cut your losses. I'm not saying that people in life don't end up with partners who deviate from their original ideal. I'm just saying that when a big part of decision-making is driven by first impressions, that would be rare. And to find the matches that they believe are good, you've got to pay more attention to what they believe is attractive. The clues are usually there, and right or wrong, it's a more strategic choice. Like Vinesh, who fundamentally wanted someone that had a certain look, worked out a lot, dressed up more, and so he responded better to the second match, Meena. Too bad she said he's a nice guy, we all know where that goes. But it's a much more suitable, exciting match from his perspective, and then it's just a numbers game. After all, the client decides what match is good. Exhibit C. Let's do another mini case study of how deep the superficial stuff runs within us. Vikash here had a bunch of items on his checklist, a very important one of which was Hindi speaking. Yes, I understand that's not looks, and you'll see where I'm going with this in just a second. Vikash gets set up with this lady and they go out 3 times. They actually seem to have really good chemistry, and I mean 3 times obviously means something went right. Anyway, he eventually unplugged from this because he couldn't get over the Hindi speaking thing. But now here's what's interesting. Vikash goes out with a second girl and she's very much Hindi speaking, but that one ended effective immediately.
I just was picking up on a little bit of her being very Indian. Ideally, I would like someone who doesn't have an accent.
Yes, accent. I know it isn't looks, but it is a level 1 superficial presentation factor. I'm not saying he's right or wrong, I'm just saying it falls in the same category as looks. And the point of comparison here is 1 date with checklist perfect versus 3 dates with the checklist imperfect one that was more superficially attractive to you. That's a dead giveaway once again, that not all 70% is created equal. This one's not really on Sima Aunty because I don't believe the accent thing was raised at first, but I'm saying that without the attraction component getting some reasonable focus, you will effectively have a failure to launch. And if you're matching someone, you need to tune into this stuff more. Again, clients first and foremost seem to want to be excited by their matches.
You must just not think of hair.
No can do, Sima Aunty. Unfortunately, she really can't stop thinking about hair. But tell me what you guys think. I'd love to hear from you. If there's anything else you want me to cover, let's hear it. And please like, share, subscribe. We're a new channel. It would really help me to know that we're doing something right. Thanks again and see you soon.